Hello fellow doodlers, and it is time for the 8th sketchbook tour. Alrighty, so my 8th sketchbook. Technically this is the 2nd sketchbook since I've started this channel, but since I've started actually counting my sketchbooks, this has been my 8th. This is a sticker from Jason Bogus, one of my other artist friends. She sells these things on Redbubble. If you want to go look, I'll leave a link in the description. As you can see, this was a pretty small sketchbook. I believe it was a Strathmore. But I don't fill sketchbooks very fast, so I guess a small sketchbook is kind of perfect for me. So first little thing is this thin paper, and I was very lazy and I also don't like messing with the first page, especially this one. I could never figure out what to put on it. So instead of messing up the first page, I just taped some pieces of paper in it with my goals, what number the sketchbook was, like I normally would have if I actually drew in it. Alright, first page. I got some new watercolors and decided to try them out on the first page to see how this handled watercolors. This book handles watercolors amazingly. And while I'm not very happy with this picture, I still really liked how the paper handled watercolors. Alright, so I have some Crudes fan art. On the right side is watercolors and on the left is pencil. But I was watching the Crudes and I remembered how much I freaking loved Ethan Guy. They're so cute. I love them. This you might recognize from another video. I went out at my property and I took some pictures of plants and watercolored them. I think my favorite has to be the mushrooms, the little white one and the pink one. And then the little log with them on it, mushrooms. Apparently I like drawing mushrooms. This one did not turn out the way I wanted it to at all. But this is Raven from Teen Titans. Okay, so on the left we have an unfinished painting of Amy, one of my OCs, and on the right another OC, Jenny Beach. I actually did a collab with Jason Bogus. I'll have to put a little picture in somewhere to show you what she did. Two more OCs, Vanessa, and I just refer to him as the captain. If y'all want to help me name him, that would be great. I still cannot yet find a name for him. He's just the captain. On the right, I have the pencil. I've tried out some skin tones of Crayola pencil, and my little brother went out and collected some red leaves for me. I don't know why he brought them back, but I decided to tape them in the shape of a flower in my sketchbook, because it was a blank spot and it was bugging me. My other OC, Henry, I came across the idea of what if he was a villain, and that actually developed his story a lot further. He's not technically a villain, though. He's not, actually. And he actually doesn't look that much different than what he would have if he wasn't a villain. This is him again. This is him and Amy, the other OC, in that story. If you want to know more about them, you can ask, and I will provide you with an answer. There they are again, Henry and Amy, and then Spider-Man. I did speed paints of these both if you want to go watch them. I think this sketchbook was really when I started getting into watercolors and taking it more seriously. Team 7 as a pen sketch. I'm actually pretty happy with this one. And then I have a Draw This in Your Style challenge that I did a video on with my little brother Will. Alright, so here is where I first started drawing the cursed characters. Even though you can't really see them, I have Hulda, Fenton, and Ash on here. And then I have some haiku fan art because I started watching it with my brothers. You have Kageyama, Kenma, Hinata, and Nishinoya. Yeah. More Chris characters. So I'm just going to point this out real quick. Look, that's Eric up in the corner. He was originally going to be this really shy kind of guy, but he's definitely changed since then. Oh my gosh, he was going to be this shy, very stuttery kind of person. But then I have Finton, Ash, Hulda, and then the twins. Alright, more characters. I really started getting into them at this point. And while I'm not particularly happy with these sketches, this one right here is my favorite. Oh my gosh, I did backgrounds for the first time. Well, maybe not the first time, but since I gained more knowledge of art, I loved it. I did these two as a speed paint as well. You have Sasuke and then the Cursed Gang, or the Cursed Gang and then Sasuke. More Cursed Gang, and this is when Eric really developed to this person who is so tired of everyone's crap and is actually the leader of the group and not this stuttering little shy person. When Finton was younger, he had longer hair, I thought, so I thought it would be interesting to draw him with longer hair. Hands. Practicing hands because I really want to learn how to draw hands. They look so pretty and they're so fun to draw, but oh, I really need to learn how to draw these better. And then this is my OC, Aaron. He is a ghost, actually. I have a picture of him up on my Facebook if you want to go see that. Alrighty, next page, kind of blank, but here I have this Beyond the Lens Fly Ride card. I went to Branson Beyond the Lens for the first time on my birthday last year, so I taped that in here. And then I have my OCs Aaron and Erica. They are the same story. And then over here, funny story, my baby sister, 3 years old at that time, asked me to draw her getting married. So I complied. And I actually drew her another one which she colored. Isn't she cute? She wanted to color in my sketchbook, and I told her that ain't gonna happen. I have some Eddie and Venom fan art. And then I have two more characters. They are not in the same world, but that is Tess and Gale. They're both around the same age though, so I just wanted to draw them both. They have to be my youngest OCs that I have. More OCs! Most of this sketchbook is OCs. But this is my two characters from a story that I started called The Banished. I actually can't remember the male lead's name at the moment, but he's the guy with the red hair. He is a wolf spirit, and then the boy underneath is a fox spirit. Then I have some Percy Jackson fan art. I have Percy and two Leos. I think the fox, his name is Rayon. By the way, these fan art are actually things that they quoted in the book. I flipped through the book to random sections and drew the first thing that came to my mind, or the first thing that jumped out at me. Some fan art of Bungo Stray Dogs. I freaking love this show. I've finished it. I've watched all 3 seasons and the movie. And then this is I think it was supposed to be a character, but in the end it turned out to be just me drawing a person in clothes. Experimented with my watercolor some, and a gel pen that Jason Thabagas got me for my birthday. I also tried a more realistic style like I would use to draw, and I remembered, wow, that's why I draw in my own style. This is annoying. Okay, funny thing, for some reason, I wanted to draw a crazy face, and I drew it, which inspired these two characters on the left page. Their own story. I think I have their own name somewhere. And then over here is a sort of concept sketch for a character design I had in mind. And then I taped Ash over the other sketch because I did not like that sketch. Ash! So, did a full spread of Ash. As you can see, doy. And then on the other side, I decided to experiment with backgrounds again. And while I did not really like how Ash turned out in this picture, I did learn a lot of things from this painting, and I do like the background a lot. Definitely a lot. But I did learn that I prefer to use line art when I'm doing this stuff. Maybe not on the background, because that makes it look softer and stuff, but definitely on the person. I think Ash has honestly become my favorite character. He's so fun to draw. I love his hair too. His hair is awesome. Alright, another OC. Her name is Isabella. She had a very major switch in the way she acts, from this little blonde girl to this blue-haired girl. I did not finish watercoloring her, but in a way I kind of like how it looks unfinished for some reason. That's the male lead. I haven't really given him a name yet or a color palette. I'm still working on him. I did the random blob challenge with my sister. I did the blobs and then we went to church and then me and my sister figured out what they looked like. She did most of them, honestly. She has a lot more imagination than me, apparently. Okay, so left page you have Ash and one of the twins, Rowan, the male twin, and that's also him colored. And then on the other side, I sketched myself. I'm actually kind of proud of those sketches, especially the one where I'm listening to earbuds, which I basically have earbuds in 24/7. You can ask anyone in my family, they will tell you, yes, I do. I also got my first phone, so I decided to put that in the corner. Alright, next page, more cursed characters. So here I have Ash. Just look at how cute he is. And I have Hulda because the sketchbook did not have enough of Hulda in it. And then I have the female twin, Ruby. Look at how cute he is hugging that pillow. That has to be one of my favorite sketches in this whole sketchbook. And then I was practicing more dynamic poses, which is this big one here. Alright, I have Ash again. I'm not very happy with that one, but... And then I have Fenton, also doing a dynamic pose, because I wanted to practice those. I'm actually really happy with this one. I kind of wish I colored it, but at the same time, I'm fine with it. More hands. My friend's character, Lisht. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Lisht. I'm actually happy with that one. That one's a good one. Alrighty, Fruit Friends. This is some fan art, people. This is fan art of one of my YouTube friends, Boba Animations, or Boba T Animations. She does a few little animated skits with characters that are inspired off of fruits. And I believe that she does all the voices for them herself and maybe someone else. I can't really tell. Pretty sure there is. But over here in this bottom left, I don't know if their world actually has phones, but I feel like Blueberry would definitely jump at the chance to take a bunch of pictures of her and Dragoncoon, or at least Dragoncoon. So I hope you like them, Boba. I really like your animations, and I think you're going to go do some great things in the future. Last page, I was getting severely burnt out on this sketchbook and ready to start a new one, so I didn't even bother to color these. But there's Ricky, and then 2 Dream SMP players. Ugh. Because my sister really likes them. So I drew the ones with my favorite designs. I have never seen them, ever. So I have no idea anything about them. So you can't ask questions about them, sorry. Okay, and I had one more page, but like I said, I was severely burnt out and didn't even bother coloring it. This other page here I used to test my markers on. The Ohuhus took to it pretty good. They bled through. My pigment liners did not bleed through, as you can see. And then on the other side, I just use it as a swatch pad. Definitely going to do that more in the future. But as you can see, yes, this is a Strathmore. I can't remember the dimensions of it. It's actually probably in the sketchbook somewhere, so if I went and looked, I'd probably see, but I'm too lazy to do that. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and as you can see, I think my art style improved, definitely. I hope you enjoyed watching the videos that I made with this sketchbook, and I hope that you will enjoy seeing my art in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye.